Well, as the community update continues, we're down here in Murray's on Main, the Saturday before Easter 2022, talking with Lisa McCormick. Lisa, in a moment, we're going to go in the banquet room next to us. There's a fundraiser going on today. Tell me about it.
So our fundraiser today is for Samara Steinmetz. She was involved in a car accident on Thanksgiving morning, and we are here to just welcome her home and celebrate her 19th birthday today. And in the meantime, also just raising some money for the family and just doing what we can. The community has come out in amazing ways with donations, and so we're here today to just kind of celebrate her and her being here and alive and doing wonderful, and raise some money for the family.
Lisa, at the risk of leaving somebody out, who comes to mind that's really played a huge role in making this happen?
Tons of people, but I'm certainly Mike Murray and Murray's on Main for donating the location and the food. Culver's donated ice cream. We also have an amazing amount of donations from so many different local businesses in town. We have Amish made pies and bread and donuts that were donated. Just amazing. I just can't even express how much gratitude there is to the amount of people that have donated and helped us raise this money today.
And you also have music, as people are going to find out shortly, aren't they?
Yeah, we do. We have Aaron Scott in there playing music this afternoon.
All right, bottom line is anybody that knows her story, we're going to hopefully talk with her, but if you know her story, it's amazing, very amazing story, isn't it, without going into detail?
Yeah, she suffered this accident on Thanksgiving, and what happened was that her skull and the spinal cord were actually separated to where she's got metal stakes put into her neck to hold her head and vertebrae together. And she also has some traumatic brain injuries that she went out to Colorado and did some rehab out there. And most recently is back home again, continuing all of her rehab here in Tomah area. And she's a walking miracle, and I say walking because she's actually walking in
absolutely.
here, not in a chair anymore, and it's just a miracle that she's here with us at all.
And I've seen the bracelets around town. You have the Samantha Strong shirt on, obviously, and the bracelet.
Yep, Samara. Yep.
For Samara. If people looking in right now, and obviously they missed this if they didn't get down here to Murray's this Saturday before Easter, Lisa, how can they still help you out?
So we have a Facebook page called Prayers for Samara.
Okay.
If you use the hashtag Samara Strong on Facebook, you can find the page. And there is information there on ways to connect with us if you'd like to leave a donation or get in touch with one of us.
It's that easy.
It's that easy.
Hey, thank you for talking with me. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
All right, Aaron's got the music today for Samara down here at Murray's on Main. Aaron, why is it so important for you to be a part of this?
I think this is what community is all about, right? When you have people in need, we all come together and we do things like this. And it just felt like the right thing. When you're given talents or given opportunities or given abilities to do things, you want to use those things to help people. And these are beautiful people with beautiful things that they're trying to do for our community, for our youth. As a teacher, I love kids. I want to serve the kids in any way I can. And if me playing some songs and singing some music, lifts some spirits, that's what I want to be here to do.
Just out of curiosity, did you teach Samara?
I did. I taught her a little bit, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So, and she was a good kid, and she is a good kid. And it's an honor. It's kind of, I would just kind of say what my experience is. Sometimes things happen in life, that we don't understand why, and there's a lot of questions. And then but in those things, there's miracles, and there's God's at work in it, and I think this is one of those days. I hope that can be one of those uplifting days for the family, for the people, many people, and that I could be a part of it.
Yeah, she's doing amazingly well, isn't she?
Yeah, really.
All right, last time we saw you, we were celebrating the 150th anniversary of the fire department. Yeah. What has Aaron Scott been doing since?
A lot.
I bet you have.
It's slowed down gig-wise, and I'm happy for that. when the voice happened, we wanted to, me and my band, all of us, we wanted to make the most of it and try to get out and do as many shows as we could. So we did a lot of shows. And it was around September last year we were kind of finally slowed down, but then the school year started. I'm still teaching. So it was kind of from one full-time thing into another full-time thing. So it's been nice that I've had a little break. But there's some cool things that we're working on this summer. Some more local stuff, but some more stuff out there that's, we're hopeful. You know, it's a weird world. You know, it's just, you're not quite sure, you know, where things are open, what things are available for every band. It's like this for the music industry in general. So we're just doing the most we can with what we got.
If people need more information, you certainly have a website, right?
Yes.
What's your website?
That's AaronScottRock.com.
Okay, what are we going to hear the rest of the afternoon, Aaron? What are we going to hear?
Well, I'm going to do a little bit of Sweet Caroline here just now, see if I can get some people singing along.
There you go. There you go.
Some songs people know. You know, maybe, I don't know what else I want to pull out here. I got might be doing some Eagles. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah. A little bit. I think a lot of times people come to my shows and they're like, "What are you going to sing?"
Right.
And I'm like, I can't 100% tell you, but I can tell you're probably going to know the songs.
Absolutely.
So, and that's kind of the fun part about it. A lot of people say, I don't know any of your music, and then they'll walk up later and be like, I knew all those songs, so that's what you want.
For the record, you were literally ready to do a song, and I walked up and said, hey, can we talk? And you said yes, and I appreciate you doing that.
You bet, man. Anytime.
Thanks, Aaron. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good times never seem so good. I'll be inclined to believe they never were, but now I'm look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. We filled it up with only two.
Right on the update, we're down at Murray's on Main on the Saturday before Easter 2022 for the fundraiser for Samara Steinmetz. And there's a lot of stuff that people are silent bidding on right now. We'll just kind of walk around and show you some of the stuff that people are silent bidding on this fundraiser for Samantha Steinmetz on again this Saturday before Easter. Aaron Scott providing the music down here on Saturday, 16th of April, as you're looking at the fundraiser for Samara Steinmetz. These are some more of the silent auction items down here. On this Saturday before Easter, the fundraiser for Samantha Steinmetz. A lot of variety, a lot of stuff to choose from.
I'm going under, and this time I feel there's no one to save me. Somebody who holds. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you numbed all the pain, and now the table leads into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. It's all or nothing when your loving got me sleeping without. And then you pull your up. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. And I'll close my eyes.
Now what do you do with $30, 35, 35 and 40, 35, 40 now, what do you do with $40 now? I got 35 here, need 40, and $40 here now, 35, 40, 40 now, what do you do with 35, 40, 35 now, 40 now, 5, 5, 5, forget 45 now. Who had it? 45 and 50, now 50, 45 and 50, 55, 55 and 60, and a 55, $60 now, what do you do with $60, 55 and 60, 55 and 60, 55 and 60, 60 and 65, 60, almost had 60 and $65, 60, 65, 70 now, what do you do with $70, 70 now, 75, 75, 5, 5, forget $75, 70 here, 75, 5, 5, forget one more time, what do you do, no listening, $75, 70 here, 75, and $70 here, 75, 5, 5, forget $75, one more time, what do you do, 70, 75, sold it, $70 right here, 172. He sawed it all out, he kiln dried it, he glued it all together, he nailed it all together, and he's got a lot of time in this. And it's a real beautiful piece. So I want to thank him for that, and I want to see a lot of hands up when I get going here. And about $500, and a 5, and a 5, forget $500 now, what do you do, 500, 200, let's go, 200 now, forget $200 bid now, 2 now, 2 now, 2 now, what do you do, $100 bill, and a $100 bill, 100 and quarter, 100 and a quarter here now, 125, 150, 150, 175, 175, 175, is that a yeah, 175, looks like a maybe, 175 and 200, Mike, 200, 2 and a quarter here now, back to you, 200 and a quarter, 200 here, 2 and a quarter now, 2 and a quarter now, what do you do, 2 and a quarter here now, one more time, what do you do, 2 and a quarter, $200 here, 2 and a quarter, anybody else want in, $200, 2 and a quarter, and a half, 2 and a quarter and a half, and 75, 275, one more time, 275, he's weakening, 275, and 2 and a half, 275, now we go one more time, what do you do, 275, 275, 2 and a half here, 275, 2 and a half, 275, you sure? $250 right here. 172. Thank you.
You want left right here?
All right, we're going to wrap it up down here at Murray's on Main, talking with Kylie Fish. Kylie, we just had a chance to look at the fundraiser for Samara. I asked her to do an interview. She said she did not want to, and I totally understand. But boy, she's come a long way, hasn't she?
She has come a very long ways.
Taking you back to day one up until today, it certainly had to be a roller coaster for you, wasn't it?
It was. It was very surreal. It felt like a dream.
And ironically, that was on Thanksgiving.
It was, yep. I had just left for work and peeked in her room to tell her goodbye, and I'd see her later this weekend, and went to work, and at 9:24, I believe, I got a phone call from one of the people on site that knew me and knew her, and said that she had been in a car accident and was not sure at that point where she was going as far as hospital.
And it's almost, but just a little past her birthday as we talk right now, isn't it?
It is, yep. She just turned 19 on Wednesday.
Okay, we talked earlier with Lisa McCormick. It took a lot of people behind the scenes to make this all happen, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did. Lisa's been a great foundation. Mike Murray has been excellent. He knows a lot about fundraising, and he's kind of piqued my interest in it, actually. So hopefully in the future, when things sort of settle down for us, we can contribute and give back to the community. They've been really good to us, and we appreciate everything everybody's done.
Okay, so as you and I talked the day before Easter 2022, where is Samara at? What are they telling you?
It's really hard to tell, like, as far as when a brain injury occurs. As far as her spine goes, she's just fine. She's got rods and plates that keep her stable. She's pretty much concrete. She has a spinal fusion, and so we're not worried no more about the neck, and obviously she's not paralyzed because she's walking around here all over the place. Brain injury, it just takes time, but she still has a good 2 years before she starts to plateau in her recovery, so we're very hopeful. We're only 5 months into this, and she's exceeded a lot of what the doctors initially had told us, so we're very hopeful for a full recovery.
And we did have a chance to see a little bit of music of Aaron Scott.
Yeah.
Great performer. You had him here,
Yes,
didn't you?
Yes.
All right, as we wrap it up then down here at Murray's on Main for the fundraiser for Samara Steinmetz on this Saturday before Easter. We may have touched on a lot of this already, but what does it mean to you personally that Tomah's kind of come together to do this for you and your family?
Oh, it means everything. I know last summer when another young lady was injured, and
Yeah.
you don't think that just buying those raffle tickets mean anything. You just, buy 10 raffle tickets, but it truly does make a huge impact on the family and just takes the financial burden off.
Thank you so much for talking with me. I know you got to get back in there.
Yeah.
The auction is far from over. A lot of silent auction items out there. And thank you for doing this. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
And to wrap it up down here in Murray's on Main, I'm just going to show you some of the many businesses that made this possible. They're all on this sheet right here. So just going to hand down and show you all the businesses that were a part of this.
All right, for the drill, the ticket number is 0.
All right, so in this portion of the community update room down here in Murray's on Main on Saturday, April 16th, the Saturday before Easter, for the fundraiser for Samara Steinmetz. We want to thank everybody that was nice enough to talk with us, everybody that donated during the auction to help the cause for Samara, and we hope you enjoyed it here on the community update as we were down in Murray's on Main last Saturday, April 16th, for the fundraiser for Samara Steinmetz. We hope you enjoyed it here on the Hagen Sports Network.
All right, the deer.
Right, so you have to continue to talk with Mike Hansen, District Administrator down here at the Tomah School District offices. Mike, you and I have talked in the 2 years you've been here. This might be our shortest talk, and there really wasn't a whole lot on the agenda, but that's going to happen, right?
Right, absolutely. Now and again, our agendas aren't as long, but still a lot of work was done, and we had some amazing honoring and recognitions last night, which is a very exciting part to it. But yeah, the board had some business going, but not as much as they may have tended to in the past.
All right, one of the first things on your agenda, you honored Gary Grosstein and Pam Buka.
Yes.
Boy, Gary was on school board a long time, wasn't he?
Yeah, what a fabulous evening last night. I want to thank them for their incredible service. Folks showed up to visit with them. We had a brief recess after some words and of thanks and gratitude from people, the board, and so that was really nice to hear, and enjoyed some light refreshments. Then we gave WASB, Wisconsin Associated School Board Awards, and then our local awards. Just can't thank them enough. Gary for 40 and Pam for 14 years of service. Just truly a wonderful night last night honoring them.
Yeah, that's amazing. 40 years Gary Grosstein was on school board. I would imagine that has to be, you could probably check on it, but it's got to be, at least that's got to be a state record, doesn't it?
It's out there,
Maybe
absolutely.
Even
yeah.
nationwide, you would wonder how many schools nationwide have had somebody serve for 40 years on their school board.
Isn't
You
that
would think that would be very, very not too common.
About public service
Yeah.
and that wonderful piece to serve communities, and Gary embodies that. That's something I'll certainly want to aspire to in my own personal life, the way that he's given so much of himself to the community.
April is also the month of military child,
Yes.
and Colonel Post was there last night, right?
Right, yeah, Colonel Poss and his team there came from Fort McCoy to talk about Month of the Military Child. That runs all through April, so there's a promotional video on Fort McCoy's MWR, Morale, Welfare, and Recreation website. Highlights some of the students from Tomah and Sparta area schools, along with some military personnel. He also gave an update on just things that are happening on Fort McCoy, Impact, things such as that. So stay tuned to their Facebook page and other pieces that come out. They do a really nice job highlighting the neat activities that are occurring. So he just thanked our partnership, and we absolutely want to thank Fort McCoy and all the soldiers and civilian personnel that work on post for the incredible impact they have. So it's an honor to serve the children of our military service members and those civilians that do work on post, and their kids are connected too. So it's really important to us.
All right, as we sit down, well, kind of the middle of April right now, how many positions are open right now, Mike?
Yeah, so at every regular board meeting, we give a brief update on that. We have 2 administrative positions opening with LaGrange principal and a associate position at the high school. Then about 12 elementary positions and 1 middle school position. So that really not too bad. It's what we're normal to this time of year. We'll have a lot of transition. We have active interviews going on, and at every single board meeting we have, we make it a priority to have resignations and contract approvals because of the speed, and we want to keep the flow of things going. So yeah, our principals and teachers are busy with that, and we want to thank them for their service, and we'll be ready to go come September 1.
So you're not in panic mode right now?
No, never in panic mode, but understanding that the educational space for all districts throughout the nation is fundamentally changed. So it's
Sure.
We'll have to see if it's anything like last summer's where you're not getting as many applicants in the pool. There's not as many students heading into your university preparation systems. But I tell you, Tomah is a great place to live and grow and work and raise a family. So we'll continue to champion the great things we're doing and attract and retain our faculty the best of our ability.
Or acceptance of gifts and money last night, what did that look like?
Yes, absolutely, which a tremendous part of the meeting last night as well as a standard piece that we have. Tomah Baseball Club Incorporation donating to the Tomah High School Baseball for banner brackets, $7,740. Tomah Sports Boosters donation for fitness supplies in the amount of $906. And DeRusso Heating and Cooling, a donation to Tomah High School for intramurals, $400. $9,046 at this meeting in supporting kids in so many different areas. So that's a huge piece for us. I want to thank those donors for that.
Mike, one of the things we haven't talked about, and I don't believe we had it last year because of COVID, but when Cindy Zardi was here, it was an annual event, and that was always in May, and they would have a breakfast for the honor students. Mm-hmm. Is that something you plan on this year, or hasn't that been talked about?
The high school will be having their honors and things such as that, so we'll stay tuned to what they produce there. And last year, we did have academic honoring, the Laude system honoring, so I think we're still on tap to do that. So we'll get more out to everybody on that wonderful celebration of our students.
And that's normally towards normally near the end of May, right before graduation, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And I ask you if a decision has been made yet, will graduation be inside or outside, and that's still to come, right?
Yep, we're going to confirm that, but I believe inside is traditionally where it's been. The outside one was certainly due to COVID, but inside there's some pros to that, so I believe we'll be trending more toward the inside, but we'll wait for final word from Mr. Joyce, but I believe inside is where it'll probably be.
All right, a little more than a week ago, prom.
Yes.
Post party was at Murray's on Main. Now, I was there, but I didn't see you.
Wasn't around. No,
You weren't there, okay.
I missed this one, but back in the day I'd been to about 18 to 19, so I'll miss one out of this year. Very well done. Noelle Adler mentioned that it was a great prom, and just want to thank our teachers, administrators at the high school, all of our sponsors, parents, and especially the students for making it a great event. So it was wonderful to hear from Noelle at our board meeting last night about how great that was.
Yeah, if people are not aware of it, currently on my Facebook page, we have an hour of the coronation, the Grand March,
awesome.
And as you'll see in the video, if you haven't seen it, they had a good time at Murray's.
Oh, you bet. I know they do. Awesome.
And congratulations to King Drew Brookman and Queen Peyton Pierce.
Nice, awesome.
All right, we're at the 8-minute mark. What else can we kill? Can we kill 2 more
Well,
minutes
they
here?
were busy last night. We had all of our policies approved at the board meeting. Those are online. We had about, let's say 15 to 18 of those. So any policy changes go through 2 readings.
Okay.
So we'll get those updated there. The Board of Education also took action on our student management system. Currently, it's a product designed by Paul Potter. He was feeling it was time to go with a commercial product, so we'll be moving to Infinite Campus for our student management system. So that will host our grading system, attendance, communication system is embedded within that. A lot of forms can be uploaded. There's a lot of integration of different platforms that our faculty use that can be administered through that. So a really strong product. I'd used it for about 20 plus years in another state. We had 2 solid bids and quotes, and you can't have anybody better than Paul Potter to run through those bid specs and take that deep dive into it. So we want to thank him for the incredible infrastructure that we have, and he continues to make sure that Tomah's game is elevated as we move forward.
No, is that the fiber optic program at Warren School you were talking about?
Well, no, that's a little different, but with
Okay.
our ESSER 2 funds, Paul also brought up an opportunity to work with some area providers on fiber optics. Now, within the
Okay.
ESSER 3 grant funding source, infrastructure is a part of that. He just gave the board a general outline at this meeting. We normally take a couple of board meetings to get some information out, but he serves on the Monroe County Broadband Board, so he's very well aware on many respects of the need for broadband in the area, but certainly our Warrens area has a high need for that, and the elementary school could very much benefit from high-speed internet there. We see a lot of downtime or other things from that. So this particular project, as he continues to evolve and work with some of the ISP providers out there, we could utilize ESSER 3 funds to get a strong bandwidth into Warrens. But this is a project, certainly as we know, with regard to getting the products in, installation, we're looking deeper into 23, but our ESSER funds run through 24. So it's a good time to have these conversations on infrastructure.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're aware of it as administrator that Warren's is the oldest school in the district. It's got some years on it,
Fantastic
just like me.
school,
Yeah.
looks great. Kids and faculty there are wonderful. So we want to make sure they have prime opportunities there for learning.
Okay, if we look ahead to May, anything on the school board agenda that jumps out at you, or is it too early to even talk about that?
Hey, it's going to be a fast run to graduation, May 28th,
Yeah.
and we've got our organizational meeting April 25th. We'll seat our 2 new board
is coming
members,
Monday.
Katie Rice
Okay.
and James Newland. They'll begin their work as board members there. We'll run through our budgets. It's where we prepare our budgets, start to walk them through, and have that trend through board adoption of the budget for 22-23. So a lot of things happening. We always post our agenda. Meetings are always open to the public. It'll be busy as we get ready for 22-23. That's where we're at.
So, your next school board meeting in May, you lose 2 school board members, Gary Grosstein and Pam Bukta.
Mm-hmm.
As we talked about earlier, over 50 years of experience on the school
Yes.
board. And then you have 2 new people with no experience on school board, at least in Tomah. Is that a good thing?
Oh, it's always a good thing to have people who are excited and eager to run for school boards. We had a race. A lot of schools may not have folks interested, so I'm always an advocate for those that want to serve their communities. So we have a strong professional development for all of our board members. They are always one organized unit as they work through the school district's budgets, activities, curriculum, etc. So we'll bring everybody on board, as they say, and move the district forward. So we're excited to work with all of our members in any capacity. So.
One final thought, Mike. Somebody asked me this earlier in the week because I knew we were going to talk about something about the school board. And I don't really know the answer to this. I should. Are school board members paid?
Yes, approximately $3,000 per year.
Okay, and could that vary, say, different school boards around the state could possibly pay more or less than that?
Very true. And some
Okay.
school board officials can decline the payment for that. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So they are paid?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mike, I lied to you a little bit. We went almost 12 minutes.
Awesome.
That's still not, that's short, but not a whole lot to talk about. Hopefully it's done snowing, right?
You bet. Or on to spring. Here we go. So thanks so much, Greg.
Mike, thank you for your time. We'll talk to you in May.
Have a great one.
Otherwise, you have to continue. It's right here at the Heartland Cranberry Mall. Business After 5 going on this Wednesday. We talk with Tyson Colput, owner of Tap House 20. How's it going, Tyson?
It's going very well, thank you.
Little background. You were ground round for many years. Then you made the name switch. Why was that?
Yep, it was time to go independent. And when COVID hit, it was the right time for us to switch. And we switched to Tap House 20, did a remodel, bought some new furniture, updated the menu, and here we are now today. So.
And you took down all the football helmets, though, didn't you? We kind of talked about that.
Yes, we did. They're still on a shelf in my garage at home. So.
Oh, I talked about Tap House 20. How many people do you employ right now, Tyson?
We have approximately 45 employees.
45 employees.
Yep.
Okay. Now you've been closed Sundays for a while. Why is that?
Yeah, it's a staffing issue. As soon as I can get about 20 more employees, we'll be able to reopen on Sundays. So our goal is by June 1st, we can reopen on Sundays.
And you also have the catering business going. How's that going for you?
Yep, catering's picking up a lot now this year. So the last couple of years. But it's starting to bounce back. Quite a few weddings booked this year. Corporate events are starting to rebook now since COVID. So catering has really taken the leap in the right direction.
Well, as you wrap it up with Tyson Colput, Tyson, in 20 words or less, sell me on why, if I had never come to your place, I should come here.
We have 20 beers on tap, fresh burgers, fresh steaks, and friendly staff.
And you are locally owned, aren't you?
Yep, locally owned and operated.
Tyson, thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming out tonight.
All right, it's it's Business After 5 going on here at the Heartland Cranberry Mall. Pete Reichart. Now, Pete, you're with Tomah Rotary, and you're out here because you meet out here, correct?
That's correct. I'm the president of Tomah Rotary Club, service organization, making a difference in our communities. We have a lot of good things going on we'd like to let people know about, and we invite people to come to our meetings. It's the first and third Tuesday of the month at Tap House 20 in the back room. We'll buy lunch. Come in and learn more about Tomah Rotary and the great things that we're doing. One of our great things we're doing this year is our Rally for the Record. It's an ATV, UTV event. 100% of the proceeds that we raise are going for the all-inclusive new music park at Winnebago Park that will start this year. So we're putting in music instruments, we have picnic tables, we have a nice shaded area, a great place to bring the family. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, I know you've been fundraising for that for quite a while, haven't you?
Correct. It's through donations and other fundraising that we do and some grants that we write. But it's 100% a Tomah Rotary project, and we're really excited about it. We invite people to come to our meetings, learn more about what we do and the service we do to our great community.
Pete, how many years has Tomah Rotary been around?
That's a good question. I should know that, but I don't know. I'm sorry.
Okay. And is there any criteria to become a Rotary member? Any criteria?
No, just a desire to do social work and be a good steward in our community, help make a difference, and just do good things. We're a bunch of good business people that really want to do good things in our community and make a difference.
And again, let's recap. You meet out here when?
We meet out here the first and third Tuesday of the month, 12 o'clock noon. We're done by 1 o'clock. And then we have other service projects. This year we did adopt the highway on Highway 21, and we'll be starting on that. We also do international service projects. We're also teaming with another Rotary Club to do cervical cancer prevention for women in Ghana, and we made a contribution to that. And we also have scholarships to Tomah High School seniors through our Rotary Foundation.
And Tomah Rotary, it's for men or women, isn't it?
That is correct. We welcome both. And we also do social events where we try to get the families and the spouses together as well.
Right, website if they need more info, Pete?
Just go to the Tomah Rotary Facebook page and it'll direct you through.
Pete Reichart, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, Business After 5 going on. Lenny Bach, Edward Jones. How's your world going, Lenny?
It's going pretty good, Greg. I can't complain. Better than I deserve. How are you?
Good. Since COVID's come into play, has that changed what you do?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, it's definitely caused a lot of turmoil in the markets over the years, and it went down really sharply 2 years ago for a month when COVID got announced, and that of course scared everybody. And then all these things happened with unemployment issues and people not being able to go back to work. The market has responded well though over the last couple of years up until now. Now with what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, has come back down again. So it's changed in the sense that the more the things change, the more they stay the same. There's always turmoil of some kind. The market responds to it sharply sometimes, temporarily, but I always tell people, again, if it's long-term money, if you plan on investing this for at least 5 or 10 more years, this is a great time to add because the market's a lot lower right now. And hang in there, make sure you're diversified and in a lot of good investments, which is what I help people out with.
What about somebody like myself, Lenny, that needs to plan for the future? I just turned 70. Could you help me?
I sure can, Greg. I'd be happy to help you out with anything you need.
Okay, you're a financial advisor, so what does that mean? What do you specialize in? Who can you help?
Yeah, so I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones. I'm just getting to my 17th year. It's hard to believe.
Wow.
But time does fly. And so when I look at my daughters and realize that I had 2 when I started, and one was 2 years old and one was a baby, and now I have 3, and 1 in college and 1 in high school and 1 in middle school, I guess I do realize it has been 17 years. But I basically help people with whatever they need at whatever stage of life they're at. So if they're younger and they're trying to save for retirement, I help them with investing, of course, and making sure they're the right investments. Dollar cost averaging, we call it, putting in so much a month, building up, helping them with their 401k plan at work if they have one. If they're getting closer to retirement or in retirement, they're in the distribution years, we call it, where then you kind of flip the switch and you typically are taking less risk at that point for sure too, because they don't have as much time to recover if the market drops. But then it's a matter of making sure they can get what they need each month, have taxes withheld on it if it's a taxable distribution, and make sure they just don't outlive their money. Most people, that's their biggest fear, is running out of money before they pass away. And a lot of people, they want to pass down money to kids and things like that. That's a big part of my job, is making sure that they don't outlive their money.
Right, when people get a hold of you, what's the biggest question? What's the biggest concern they're looking for answers to that you hear all the time?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. I guess the biggest one I kind of already said is like, do I have enough?
Sure.
Do I have enough money?
Yes. Yeah.
And if I don't have enough, what do I do to get there? And how do I get there? And that's where we have the programs, the things in place to run numbers and make sure people are going to be on track to get there. And then it's just revisiting the plan with them regularly over the years as we work together.
Lenny, what about a website if they need to get a hold of you?
Yes, sir. They can go to edwardjones.com if they want to go to my specific website, which would be great. It's www.edwardjones.com. It's on the poster back there. You can look at it a little bit, but it's /Lenny-Bakken.
One final thought. Biggest change, Lenny, you've seen in 17 years doing this. Biggest change.
Oh, the biggest change, I guess, is I think it's a good change, is that people are getting more and more educated about investing and the importance of it. I think that the younger generation and even the middle-aged generation have been kind of beating their heads over the years by their parents or whatever else about the importance of savings and investing. So I think the knowledge base has gone up. There's a lot more information out there now than there was 17 years ago. So I think that's all good. More transparency, the better. But people that want personal service and want that one-on-one relationship with somebody like myself, that's where I come into play to make sure they can meet their goals.
Lenny Bakken with Edward Jones. Lenny, I know you're very busy. People want to talk to you. Thank you for making time.
Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it.
All right, Business After 5 going on. Jason Lassime, American Family Insurance. Jason, you've been out here how long?
For 4 years now.
Okay. COVID comes into play. How does that change what you do, or does it?
Great question. So we changed our business a little bit. For the first year or so, we had to adapt and pivot and make sure that our entire staff was able to work from home for their safety. But many of our customers talk to us through text or email, of course telephone. So we've been busier than ever helping customers out.
So is there a particular time of year you're busier than ever, or is it pretty busy for year round, Jason?
It stays busy pretty much year round for us. We see more people buying homes, more current customers buying homes and cars and toys in the summertime, but wintertime people seem to be a little bit slower, and that's when they have time to shop around for better insurance rates and come our way. So
okay, a lot of insurance businesses in the city of Tomah. What makes you better, different?
Oh, definitely the people here.
Oh yeah, over there, yeah.
Definitely the people. Insurance has become almost commoditized over the past several years, and one thing that anybody that works with our team will notice is that our team takes the time to, I like to call explain it like they're five, where they explain what the coverages actually mean rather than say, here's the coverages you want, just sign here. So it's all about that personal touch and the education.
Jason, somebody's looking in, they say, you know, I need all kinds of different types of insurance. I'm not sure where to go. What would you say to them?
I'd say, well, let's have a conversation and figure out more about yourself, because the last thing that we want to do is sell you too much coverage where you're insurance poor. And of course, we don't want to give you not enough coverage. So having an actual conversation with a new client will help us determine exactly what it is that they need and for sure what they don't need.
What are your hours out here?
We're here from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, but people can call or text us anytime, 7 days a week, and it goes to everyone at our office.
Well, let's switch gears for a second. Do you still have ice cream out here?
Absolutely. Year-round we have ice cream.
They have ice cream?
It's
and
the good stuff, the hand-scooped stuff.
All right. Why is it so important for Jason Lucene to be a part of this business after 5 tonight? What makes it so special for you, Jason?
We just love it, especially with COVID transitioning to a different phase. It's great just to get out and actually see people and connect in person. I mean, it's wonderful talking to customers through text and email and things like that, but to get to see all of these people and connect with them once again face to face, that kind of makes us happy inside.
What about a website if they need more info, Jason? Where do they go?
www.lasseneagency.com. LASSEN agency.com.
Are you just an office here in Tomah, or do you have other offices, Jason?
We have a place here in Tomah, and then one in Holman as well on the
you
other
do
side.
have one in Holman. Okay. So where's your home then?
I live in West Salem.
You do live in West Salem, okay.
Right in between.
Jason, I know you really didn't want to do this. Of course, nobody wanted to do this, but thank you for taking time. Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. All right, we're guys down here at American Family Insurance, talking with Jason Lucene. We're out here, Business After 5, going on at the Heartland Cranberry Mall. Business After 5 on this Wednesday, the 20th of April. I'm going to walk around and talk to some more people. All right, Business After 5 continues out here at the Heartland Cranberry Mall. This is Mandy with Mandy's Cafe. And Mandy, how's it going?
Good.
All right, you've been out here for a while. For the people not aware of you, give me a little background. How long you been out here?
Just over 3 years now. 3 years this last November.
And how's it going for you?
Good, good. More and more people are finding us. So.
When you decided to come out here 3 years ago, was this your number one place you wanted to be, or were you looking around?
Looked around, had to find something that was big enough. Just worked out really well.
I have heard from people that come out here on a regular basis, and I promised I would not give their names. If you come to Mandy's for breakfast, you will never go anywhere else. Is that true?
I want to say yes, obviously, and I hope so. We do hear that a lot. So.
What are your hours out here, Mandy?
We're open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay, what about a website? Do you have a website if they need to go to that?
We have a Facebook page.
Facebook, that's what I mean, okay.
Website on Google.
How many people do you employ out here?
Well, a few. Not as many as we'd like.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So if somebody's looking in right now and they said, I've never been out to Mandy's Cafe, I've heard great things about it. Sell them. Why should they come out here?
Well, we got good food.
I know that, yeah,
friendly
absolutely.
service, it's a great place. Everything's homemade. Can't go wrong. We got lots of healthy options. People can pretty much get whatever they want, so that's what people love about it.
And as we wrap it up, Mandy, if you don't mind, I've asked other business people that are out here tonight. COVID certainly came into play for everybody. I would imagine it came into play for you also.
It did, yeah.
Have you adjusted pretty well, you think, or?
Yeah, it was an adjustment. It took time, but I feel like you learn from it and you move on.
Of all the people I've interviewed today, I'll be very honest, Mandy was the least likely to want to be on camera. But I know you didn't want to be on camera. Nobody else has wanted to be with Mandy. Hey, thank you so much for doing this. Appreciate your time. As we're out here at Mandy's Cafe, where they have the Badgers, the Packers, support all the local teams, right?
Yes.
Thanks, Mandy. Appreciate
You're
you doing
welcome.
this. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Well, yeah, right now we're out here at American Heartland Mall, where a lot of businesses tonight are having business after 5. We've talked with quite a few of the businesses that are out here at the mall, and we're going to walk around and talk with a few more as the update continues. We're at the Heartland Country Mall. All right, David Germain with Advantage Realty. As we're out here, David, business after 5 going on this rainy Wednesday as you and I sit down. Now, I asked you how long you've been out here, and only since February, right?
Yeah, we started our office in February. We actually signed the lease back in December, but by the time we started everything, it was February 1st.
Okay, now you do have a background in realty, though, correct?
Correct, yeah. I've been doing real estate for quite some time. Been between investing and just being in real estate. I worked for Remax previously out of Boston, and Boston, New Lisbon, Necedah, and I did a lot of work here in Tomah, but this area actually brought me here, so now it's considering our office home.
So what happens in your world when you say, hey, I want to go out and be on my own? What happens? What makes that all happen?
Well, for me, it was talking with friends and family and saying, getting their opinion and, really taking that plunge, that risk to say, hey, I want to work for myself, or I want to work on my own, but, wanting to be able to focus on our clients as well as not having any restrictions of any kind of corporate as well.
A lot of realtors in Tomah. Are you concerned about that? What makes you different? What makes you different?
I bet you there's a lot of great realtors. All I can do is offer what we offer, and we offer as good a service as we can possibly do for our clients, and we treat them, every single one, as our priority.
COVID certainly came into play prior to you owning your own business. I'm assuming it hasn't affected you since you started in February?
We continue to do a lot of FaceTime or Zoom videos with clients that are from Minneapolis or Chicago or Iowa that are moving to the area, and houses are going so fast we don't have a choice but to do those kinds of videos with them, and then they like the house right the offers, and luckily it's worked out great. We just had an accepted offer today from a client from Colorado moving to the area.
I've been told the market is better than ever. Is that correct? Are people buying right now?
People are buying everywhere. Offers are going crazy. Wow. Sellers, if it's the time, if you have somewhere to move to, it's by far the best time to sell. The problem is finding somewhere else to buy.
So are you pretty much a one-man show out here? Do you have other people that help you?
I do have one other agent that you saw. He's out there. He's taking care of the rest of that business after 5 people. But he actually came from Green Bay, Wisconsin. He's new to the area also. And he has experience in real estate. The gentleman that just left, he also has some experience in real estate. And whether or not he can come work here or not, if I can coerce him out of retirement, we'll see. But other than that, it's been just me and then associate Mike.
Okay, so you're located out here at the Heartland Mall. When you're looking around for a place to relocate, was this your number one choice?
Honestly, I was here, I was getting gas, and I saw a for lease sign, and I went and checked it out. I go, you know what? It's a pretty good location, high traffic, high visibility, and it's part of a really good group of owners of businesses that are in here between American Family Insurance, obviously Tap House 20, and Mandy's and every other place that's in here. And it's like, well, it's hard not to get this kind of place, and it's got a great location. It worked out really well for us.
Yeah, I owned my own business for almost 40 years. A bar within walking distance is not a bad thing.
You know what? I will say for lunch, it's really convenient. On days like this when it's raining out, I get to walk out and walk over and grab a hamburger. It's awesome.
All right, so wrap it up. What about a website, Facebook page, if they need more info on what we've been talking about?
www.artomah.com or www.househuntingwi.com.
Appreciate meeting you. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right, this is Sarah Roger at CBD American Shaman. Now, you and I have talked out of Recreation Park, but I've never been down to your store, and boy, there's a lot of neat stuff in here.
Thank you.
Talk about what you just showed the gentleman a moment ago that was in here, a veteran. Talk about that for me, if you don't mind.
I would love to. I gave him a sample of something called Cloud.
Okay.
This product came out in 2016. It's very versatile. It can be
called Cloud.
Yep.
Okay.
It is a CBD product that can be vaped. It can be introduced to the mouth by itself, and it can also be added into a liquid of your choice. And we operate through nanotechnology, and that's really the secret to American Shaman. That's what sets us aside from everybody else. As soon as you get that into your body, it's a 2-minute process from stomach to bloodstream. There's no digesting or processing. We did it for you. It's going to enter the bloodstream and calm down pain and inflammation throughout the body from head to toe. It's going to go up to the brain and help to balance off chemicals and hormones.
I deal off and on with lightheadedness.
Yeah.
Do you have something that could help me with that?
Absolutely. I would recommend CBD, actually.
Okay.
And if you were to get headaches with your lightheadedness, I would recommend a topical pain cream that we have for that as well.
You have a lot of stuff in this store. You've been located out here how many years now?
Almost 4.
4 years, okay. So for people that don't know where your location is, you're really not that hard to find, are
Sure.
you?
Right across from Walmart.
Okay, outside of Cloud, which we introduced. Now, would Cloud be for, I just turned 70, so it's Cloud for somebody elderly, somebody in their 20s.
All walks
Who would
of
Cloud
life.
be for?
All walks of life. We truly help people that come in here that are pregnant, breastfeeding mothers, all the way up until your 90s.
Really?
There really is no negative taboo with CBD. It just depends on what the ailment is, and we do our best to educate you and pull information from you to recommend the best product possible.
And you also have gummy worms in here, don't you?
Yep, we have everything from a vapable product to a smokable product
Wow.
to a drink
Wow.
and everything in between.
Okay, we're talking out here now with CBD, American Shaman. 4 years you've been out here. What about a website, Facebook page if
Yeah.
you need more info? Because, boy, there's a lot of neat stuff out here.
Thank you. American Shaman Tomah on Facebook, and then AmericanShamanTomah.com. And you can go on and get in more information, and you can see our products, and you can order online as well. But I'll be honest, guys, don't waste your time with that. Come on in and see me. Let's have a conversation.
Absolutely,
Let's sample some products and
yes.
get you feeling better.
Yeah, well, I promised you quite a while ago I was coming in, and I got sidetracked by 4 months, so
That's
I
okay.
understand.
Hey, you know, whatever.
Again, hey, thank you for talking with me.
You're
Hopefully a
welcome.
lot of people will get the word out, come in and see you. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you. Have a
Appreciate
good
it.
night.
You
Thank
too.
you.
This is some of the other things that are out here where we are right now. Gummy worms, all kinds of really neat things. Really a lot of neat things in here, so you really should come out and check out everything out here
So we're, yes, down the hatch. So we're
at CBD, American
And what I
Charmin.
mean by that is as soon as you introduce the product. to
Located at the
bloodstream,
Heartland Country Mall.
some
That's where we are right now in business after
and we
5
absorb
Wednesday.
in 2 minutes.
All right, we're wrapping up with Chamber Director Tina Thompson, Business After 5, going on tonight on this rainy Wednesday. Went around and talked to just about everybody. Very well attended, wasn't it?
Yeah, it seems to be very well attended. I think everybody kind of brought their own group in. I think people are just wanting to come out and meet people and have events again. So, yeah, it's been a great crowd, and we're excited to just mingle.
One thing I guess we need to get a wrap in because it's coming up very soon. Citywide garage sale coming up soon, right?
Yes, so citywide garage sale is always the first Saturday in May.
Right.
Regardless if the 30th of April is on Friday, some people decide to still do it that day, but always the first Saturday in May. It's not a chamber run event, but that is probably something we get more calls on than almost anything else.
Absolutely, yes. Okay, downtown Thursday night, any updates on that we could be talking about?
You know, we still have all of our bands booked. We're still looking for sponsors, still looking for vendors. No, I mean, I think I feel pretty solid in how things are sitting right now. We've got a great lineup of music.
Yes,
so
you
the
do,
talent we have this
yeah.
year is phenomenal. So just super excited to have it again.
Are you ever home?
I was home Sunday and Monday.
Sunday, okay.
No,
all
I
right.
wasn't home Sunday. I was home Monday though.
And that was this month, I assume,
Yes.
right? So we're in April. Okay, you're talking
Yes.
April.
Yep.
Tina, as usual, thank you for all you do for me. I appreciate your time. Thank you for making time as we're out here. Business After 5 on a rainy Wednesday. Tina Thompson wraps it up. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Greg.
All right, so on this portion of the community update, we're out here at the Heartland Cranberry Mall for Business After 5 on Wednesday, April 19th. We had a chance to talk to a lot of different businesses. We thank everyone that was nice enough to talk with us. We hope you enjoyed it.